Hey guys, and welcome back to Clevver Style,
where the seasons are made up and the points don't matter. I think I got that from somewhere else.
Fall is a lifestyle. It is a mindset. It is a way of life. And like with any lifestyle, we have to dress for the occasion.
We're doing a fall haul, y'all. Fall.
We are going to pick some amazing fall selections for under $50 from Romwe.
We're all gonna be rating these clothes on quality, comfort, and fit with emojis. And my emoji is, I'm gonna use the bumblebee because it's a bee and I'm a basic bee.
For my emoji, I'm gonna go with the coffee cup pumpkin spice latte emoji. It's pumpkin spice once you reach fall.
Pumpkin spice latte with no foam.
For my emoji for the fall, interesting. I heard Halloween's gonna be canceled, so maybe I should do a pumpkin in honor of the probably canceled upcoming Halloween festivities.
We are going to let you know if this website is worth shopping at for all of your fall needs, okay? So grab your pumpkin spice latte and take some notes.
Okay, this is cute.
I feel very much like I channeled my inner David Rose from Schitt's Creek.
I don't know what that means.
So I picked out this white sweater. It's not actually supposed to be knotted like this, but you know, I like it when it is.
My selection is this hot pink sweater dress. It is so cute. It is so pink. It is, you can't really tell on camera because it kind of looks like a berry color.
So this is like a cropped sweater with kind of like puffy bell, what do we call this? Like balloon sleeves or something at the bottom.
But I really love a dress sweater combo, especially for fall, because I think it's a nice way to dress warmly, but still have like the elements of not that cold of weather, because let's be real, in LA, it doesn't get that cold, all right?
The material is so nice. It's nicer than what I would have expected from a sweater that's under $20. And sweaters are never that cheap.
This cropped sweater feels very transitional because you're not actually too worried about your midriff being cold, right? So it's a good between season type of sweater.
This is so cool. I feel so trendy. I feel like one of those Instagram girls. What do you call them? They're like baddies. Instagram baddies.
Okay, so let's rate this bad boy, this good boy.
Rating this one's gonna be really easy. For quality, I'm gonna give it a 5. For comfort, I'm gonna give it a 5. For fit, I'm gonna give it a 5. It's just 5s all around, just handing out 5s.
So for quality, I give it right in the middle at a 3. It's not awful, and there's nothing like loose about it right now, but just because of how soft it is and how thin it is, I do think it's gonna get fuzzy.
I feel like a lot of knit sweaters can feel very cheap and very like suffocating. This doesn't feel like that. So for quality, I'm gonna give it 5 basic Bs. Good job, little sweater, you're a star.
For comfort, it's incredibly comfortable. It's so soft. I wish you guys could get in the sweater with me. Again, that sounds creepy. For comfort, I would totally give this 5 pumpkins.
So comfort, it is surprisingly comfortable for a sweater. This is a 5 basic B for comfort. I can't believe that. I can't believe I just said a sweater was comfortable.
And for fit, I think the fit's a little bit off. So for fit, I'd give it a 3. In order to make it work year round for a bunch of different outfits, I do wish this line was just a little bit more pronounced and did come in a little bit more.
So for fit, I guess because I had to size down, I'll just go ahead and give it 4 basic Bs. You know, not everything can be perfect, unlike Starbucks' PSL.
The next category is my favorite category. It's loungewear, and I was really freaking excited to order this, and now I think it's my least favorite thing that I ordered.
This is like really cute, like really cute. Like puts that sweater to shame kind of cute.
So this is my pick, which is not at all indicative of fall. What were you thinking, Loryn?
I really love the 90s trends that are coming back in style, and I love the butterfly theme that's happening all over Instagram. And on me, it looks like I'm a kindergartner.
Definitely feels like it could be both like something you work out in or something you lounge in.
This is a set, it came together. I love it, it's so cheap. These sets on Victoria's Secret cost twice as much, and it looks just like the one I got from Victoria's Secret and the one that I love. I want 10 of these. So whether or not I broke the rules, I still ended up with a winner.
All right, so to go with my little loungewear set, because it is more on the activewear side, I decided to get this little cropped hoodie. Hold, please. Oh yeah, that's good.
I think as a set, it just kind of looks sloppy. It's just very average.
Either way, I love it. Let's rate this thing because it's fabulous.
For quality, I'm going to rate this a 2. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It just is kind of like, meh.
I think this is incredibly good quality. I feel like it's really sturdy and it's really cute. So for that, I would give the quality a 5 out of 5 pumpkins.
This is a 5 basic B for quality. I am so in love with this set.
I think it's like maybe a 3 for comfort. There's not much I can say about how comfortable it is, but it's not uncomfortable, if that makes sense.
This is so comfortable. It's getting a 5, obviously.
Comfort, so comfortable, 5.
For fit, I'm gonna give it like a, I might have to, I'm going to give it a 5. It actually does fit me pretty well. It's comfortable in the way that it fits. It just overall feels like a very average 2.
And then for fit, I think this set fits perfectly. The length of the pants aren't a full pants. The top fits really nice. Everything about this is just perfect. Honestly, I think it's perfect.
Fit, it fits me great, is exactly the size I wanted it to be. This is 5 across 4, 5 basic Bs, even though I totally did not follow the instructions. Okay, I followed the rules for this one. Ta-da! How cute is this little skirt?
Oh my God, I love your skirt. Where did you get it?
I was very excited about this maroon skirt. It's actually pretty okay.
I chose a denim skirt because I actually don't have a denim skirt that I love. Like, it's hard to get a denim skirt that looks good but still modern and doesn't feel like something you wore when you were in the 6th grade.
I just cannot get enough plaid, especially during fall and winter. I think it might be my favorite pattern, and if I could wear it year round, I would.
I do think it feels a little cheap. I don't think it looks cheap, which is really kind of all that matters sometimes.
I do love the little slit, I love the zip, and I do like that it actually has a little bit of a retro feel, but it doesn't feel like out of date, you know?
I feel like this is a good transitional outfit. It's a fall pattern, but this is still very mild weather. You could put on a jacket, I guess, if it were chilly, but this is a good beginning of fall. I could go apple picking in this, an in-between season, an in-be-season, an in-betweezen.
All right, so for quality, I think the quality is actually really, really good. It feels really sturdy. The zipper, the buckle, everything, where there's metal is good quality metal. It's not plastic. So for quality, I would definitely give this 5 out of 5 pumpkins.
For quality, I'm going to give it a 2, but don't let that confuse you because I still think you should buy it even though the quality is a 2.
For quality, I don't mind that it feels pretty cheap because it's so cute and it's doing everything else well, but for quality, I will rate this 3 basic Bs.
For comfort, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I can't actually put my finger on what about it's not making me 1000% comfortable. Being mentally uncomfortable in clothes, I feel like is just as important as being physically uncomfortable in clothes. I feel like I could be super physically comfortable in something, but if I'm thinking about it, then I'm like, ugh, I don't wanna wear this.
For comfort, I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it's pretty comfortable despite having this material.
It's comfortable. I don't think we're gonna get any oopsie boopsies. I think it's very comfortable. 5 basic Bs.
All right, so for fit, I don't think I can complain about the fit of this at all. Yeah, so I do think the fit is a 5 out of 5. So very close to perfect. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just don't like skirts that much.
For fit, I'm gonna give it a 5. I think it fits me really well. It fits me really snug in the waist, really loose in the bottom, which I always appreciate.
I think it fits me well. It does kind of seem a little strange the way they sewed it. I still really like this skirt, but for fit, I'm gonna give it a 3 basic B as well. I still think it's a winner overall, and I am for sure gonna wear this. I know what you're thinking. Tie-dye, I thought we were gonna leave that behind in the summer. To that I say, no tie-dye left behind.
All right, so as soon as I saw this jacket, I had to have it. I have been wanting a jacket like this for so long. I feel like it's really 90s with the scrunchy waistband right here.
I've always wanted more of a moto style leather coat, and this one looked really good on the website, but when I got it here, I opened it immediately, and you guys, it smells so bad. I don't even know how you get that smell onto an article of clothing without saturating it in fish juice. And you got fish juice.
For For this little like half tie-dye jacket, I put on some black leggings. I could also wear these with jeans. I just wasn't ready to like, you know, stuff the turkey. You know what I mean?
I think that this jacket is super cute. I think it's like the perfect jacket for me because of my style that's a little bit more like boyish and a little bit more like loose fitting, and it's just, I just feel so comfortable in this.
Besides the smell, I think it looks okay. It looks pretty good. I mean, it has a lot of detail, a lot of divots and rivets and seams and things that look interesting. Like they really tried to make this look good.
And I had to pair it with this t-shirt. As soon as I saw this Danny DeVito t-shirt, I was like, I have to own this.
She loves that kind of stuff.
For quality, I will give this, I'll give it a 3. It's cheap. It just is, but that's okay.
For quality, I'm gonna have to give it, I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to give it a 2. I'm actually being kind of generous.
So for quality, I would give this 5 out of 5 pumpkins. I don't know if I'm being overly nice during this episode, but I think I'm just really happy with all these clothes.
Comfort, very comfortable. For a denim jacket, I can go like, I can hug myself. That's very important, okay? So for comfort, I'm gonna give it 5 basic Bs.
It's pretty comfortable. I'm not miserable in it. I don't think it's gonna keep you very warm, but for where I live in Los Angeles, I think it's fine.
This is incredibly comfortable. I'm so impressed at how soft this denim is. So for comfort, I'd give it a 5.
And for fit, it fits me perfectly. 5 basic Bs.
For fit, I'm gonna give it a 5 because I do think it actually fits me really well.
I think it fits exactly the way it's supposed to be, which is like kind of like an oversized slouchy feel. And then if you button it up, like the waistband kind of, oh yeah, this is good, you guys. This is a good fit, it's a good pick. I'm giving this 5 out of 5 across the board. I'm so happy with this pick.
So for the Wildcard category, I picked this oversized sweater that I am wearing as a dress. Now I have to be careful because there's a mirror right there, and I have learned the hard way. Do not bend over, Loryn.
All right, I feel like I was so close to having an almost perfect haul. I really like this romper. I think it's so different. I think it's so unique. I like the color. It's orange fall, but the fit is so off that I'm just like really confused.
So this sweater is actually a one-size-fits-all sweater, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get it, because I just couldn't believe that a sweater like this would actually fit multiple sizes. After putting it on, I'm actually not sure that it can.
It's really hard to get an oversized sweater work as a dress without it looking like a potato sack. And then if you put a belt here, sometimes that makes it even shorter, which is just, you know, when you're already like towing the line to Booty Town, that's not what you want.
It is supposed to be a baggy feel, like online, you can tell that it's supposed to be baggy, but I mean like, what is this?
I usually wear a small or a medium in a sweater depending on the sweater. In this particular sweater, I feel like this fits me just a smidge big than I typically would order, but I can't imagine someone who is wearing a large or an extra large or a double XL would be able to comfortably fit this, or at least it would fit in a completely different way.
I think this does a really good job of what I want to do. I don't feel like my butt cheeks are about to hang out. I feel like it pairs with knee-high boots exactly how I want it to. I think this is mostly hitting the mark of everything I wanted.
It's just weird. I'm just bummed because I really do like this. I thought it'd be like really unique and cool looking, and now I'm just like, what?
Let's go ahead and rate this cute boy. For quality, I don't really have any reason to knock off any points. I think this gets 5 basic Bs for quality.
For quality, I would give this right in the middle to 3. There are some stitching that's a little bit wonky. Yeah, so I'll give it right at a 3.
For quality, I'm gonna give it a 5. I think it feels like a high quality material. It's not too thick and itchy, but it's also not super thin. It's kind of just nice in between.
Comfort, very comfortable. Like I said, I'm not too worried about my tushy. So for comfort, I'll give it a 4. 4 basic Bs.
For comfort, I would give this like a 1 because right now in my head, I know how bad this looks.
For comfort, I'm gonna give it 5 because it is really comfortable. It kind of fits me in all the right places and it's tight in all the right places.
And for fit, it's pretty good for fit. I'm gonna give this a 3 for fit. I still really think it's adorable, very cute, a little short, a little baggy, but I still really like it. I think it's worth it.
And then for fit, I'd give it a 1, honestly. I don't know what's happening.
For someone who is a small/medium, I'm gonna say the fit is a 4.
So overall, if I pretend like that orange romper didn't happen, then there were a lot of winners.
All of my picks actually worked out, and that doesn't happen that often. I think this was a big win.
If you guys have tried some fall Romwe holiday items, please drop your faves in the comments because we need to know. We like clothes, and we like clothes so much that we do this all the time. So go watch us try on some clothes, and of course let us know what store you guys want us to raid and then haul and then review next.